A brief message from your friendly neighborhood editing Jordan. We tend to try to keep things pretty PG-13 around here, but this is an improv podcast. So, who knows what we're going to say. Sometimes we throw in some swearing, some sexual content, and some violence. So, as a general warning, viewer discretion is advised. Also to be noted, the opinions stated about a certain tabletop role-playing game are just that, our opinions. We love the game and we like talking about it. So, any criticisms are really just all in good fun. That being said, wizards, please hire us. All right, with that out of the way, let's get on with the show. You know, Taryn did that on every Disney ride that we rode one time. He came and visited me. Even on, like, the dark rides that don't actually go fast, he did it in the middle of the Figment ride.
Good.
An award for Best Taryn Story goes to Jordan for that one.
Oh, I have several more better ones than that.
Not this year.
Okay.
This year, the Academy has decided that that was the best one.
Mm-hmm. It has nothing to do with the immense amount of money you gave me to do that.
You weren't supposed to tell them about that.
They all know.
They're still going to watch it again next year anyways.
Best Academy Award for Pessimism goes to Levi for that. Or Optimism.
Whoa.
The glass doesn't exist.
Yeah. Is anybody gonna give me an award? Okay.
Best award for selfish greediness.
That's me! That's me! I'm in there!
Award goes
Mom, look!
to Pertuset.
Look, Mom, it's me! I'm on the big screen! Hey, everybody, welcome to the Nat One Podcast, aka Nope, because nope, you're not gonna want to hear what we're about to have to say. I'm Pertuset.
I'm Levi.
And I'm Jordan.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
all
we're
me.
talking about it's award show season, everybody.
Woo.
It's a wonderful life.
It's
No.
yeah, the Oscars just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Last
The
night,
Emmy
as we're
Awards just
recording this.
happened. The Anime Awards just happened. We're going to talk about all of it here
Mhm.
today. The Squingus Awards just happened.
Yep, I gave myself a treat last night for being a good boy.
That's the Squingus Awards.
Guilty.
Of something.
So,
Let's
Are
talk about those things.
Oh. I pressed spacebar. Are we gonna like divvy this up, or are we just gonna go one at a time? What do we want to do here?
I figure most coherent line of thought would be to go award ceremony at a time.
Okay.
I guess we'll go in backwards order of recency, so Oscars first, because I think Jordan has some opinions.
Yes, I do.
Well, go ahead and share them, Jordan, because
Uh,
I certainly don't.
I was gonna say, I've watched two of the films, two that were nominated, and winners. I think Levi watched one.
I've seen Oppenheimer and Barbie.
Oh, so we're at the same level. So we both seen two.
Yeah.
Okay, I have not seen Oppenheimer, but I did see Barbie. I did see Poor Things. I watched The Holdovers, and there's a couple other things in there that I did watch, especially the live-action short, which Wes Anderson won for The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. It was on Netflix. It was actually pretty good.
I want to watch The Holdovers, but I didn't watch it in time because
You
I didn't.
should, because it got snubbed.
The Academy didn't invite me to vote, so I didn't have to do it for my homework.
I just got really excited ever since the trailer came out, and it's okay. Getting into the Jordan film major thoughts, I did not see Oppenheimer. However, I do agree that it probably deserved Best Picture just based on the things that I have seen from it and my knowledge of it. Begrudgingly, I will say that was earned. My problem with the awards from this year is that The Holdovers was snubbed for Best Original Screenplay. It lost to Anatomy of a Fall. I did not see Anatomy of a Fall, but I did watch The Holdovers. I watched The Holdovers several times. I think it was the best movie that came out this year from just a technical and writing standpoint, because the writing in that movie is absolutely beautiful, along with everything else in that movie. All of the performances were standout. It's a perfect movie. And this is my problem with the greater Oscars judging. All of the movies that were nominated for Best Film this year all deserved it in very different ways, and I don't think it's fair to compare any of them to each other, because there's no competition between any of them within their genres, if that makes any sense. Like, I feel like Oppenheimer is such a different film to The Holdovers or to Poor Things that it is not fair to judge them against each other, because they were excellent in their own right, in their own categories.
Clearly, Oppenheimer and Barbie fall under a similar category, though, don't you think? That's why they came out back to back.
Well, yes, no, they're sister films. That's
Yeah.
a whole other thing.
What's Maestro?
It is about Leonard Bernstein. It's a biopic.
Oh,
Wasn't there an Elvis movie that came out recently?
There were two. There was the one that was directed by Baz Luhrmann, and then there was the one about his wife, Priscilla, that just came out.
the Baz Luhrmann one sucked. I can tell you that for a certainty. I
Oh,
watched
does it? I like Baz Luhrmann. I haven't seen it yet, though.
Well, I mean, it's very Baz Luhrmann, but it's an awful Elvis biopic.
So it's a good Baz Luhrmann movie, but a really bad Elvis movie.
If you like just watching like a kaleidoscope for 2 hours, then yeah, it's great.
So it's an excellent Baz Luhrmann movie.
Yeah.
Is that the one that oh, what's his name?
Austin
Plays
Butler.
Fade Rotha in Dune 2.
Austin Butler.
Yeah, he played Elvis, and it was
He did a
such
good job.
He
He forgot
I
to
am
talk like a
astounded
person.
by the difference that he pulled off between Elvis and Fade and Dune.
It's pretty
That
impressive.
has solidified him as like an amazing actor for me. It was very impressive. That's all I wanted to talk about by bringing up Elvis. Yeah, he just impressed me very much in Dune.
He was pretty good in Dune.
I haven't watched the Dunes, but he was a good Elvis. The problem is that the script kind of blew. And I think that was largely due to Baz Luhrmann. But that must have been last year, or maybe even the Academy was like, this sucks, which is
I can't
rare.
remember when it came out. It was either... Was that 22? I can't remember if that
It
was
had to
22 or
have been
very
22.
early 23.
It had to have been 22 because I would have seen it at the place that I work with a new sticker on it if it had come out, since I've been there for a year. Yeah, I mean, I watched Barbie. I thought it was pretty fun. I thought it was pretty good. I would give it a Best Picture award. It does kind of suck that there has to be the Best Picture award.
I know. And I know that that's how they do it, and that's always how it's been done. And you kind of, like, there is a quantifiable degree of best when it comes to just looking objectively at the artistic crafting of the film. But I feel like when you look at all of the things combined together, as well as the genres that they fall in, it's so hard to judge them against each other. And I've had this problem in past years too, where it's just like, there's so many good choices, and that's why they're in the running, but it doesn't make sense to judge them against each other.
I think this is fun and cool, and I do like them fighting for like the best spot. I have two proposed changes or ideas, right?
Mm-hmm.
One, this can stay. Oscars can stay, and they can keep doing their thing where there's a winner. But instead of that being the be all end all of Academy Awards, now it's like kind of like One Punch Man or other shows now, or Solo Leveling. There's ranks, right? And so the Academy ranks like every film that at least gets a cinematic debut or some more as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, okay, this one B rank, this one S rank, like Oscar rank, like, because so many of these ones in the Best Picture nominees would be an S rank film.
Yeah.
And like, who cares what year it came out? It's an S rank. So now people are like, I don't care about watching Oscar nominees. I care about watching S rank films, you know?
You want to tier list
Oh.
the Oscars.
Yes.
For Oscar.
I don't know who Oscar is, but guy's got
He's the guy in the basement that they get to rank all of the movies.
yes, we should just get a group of Oscars to do this job.
The Oscars!
The Oscars. My second idea is keep the Oscars as they are, but rather than an Academy deciding who wins, like the Academy chooses the nominees, sure, whatever, they can have that.
Well, the nominees are submitted by the production companies.
Okay.
And then the results are finalized for who was officially nominated.
Fine, keep that process in play. But then for actually winning the award, they have to select someone from the cast or crew to fight in the Oscars death pit to get the award, which means you have to carefully select your cast and crew for the different awards that you want. Because like best costume designer, you probably want someone that's real handy with a knife. You know?
Who's gonna sweep next year?
Right? See, that's what I'm saying. But like,
yeah, but you can't put Timothée Chalamet in the death pit. He's a sickly Victorian orphan.
You gotta decide, and like you're gonna be like, and the best producer or the producer chosen for this award, you know, is just like a bodybuilder or a strong man.
So then, would we see an interesting shift in who they're hiring for their cast and crew now? Like there's a special producer job that is just known as the guy that fights in the Oscars death pit, and that's your whole gig.
Yes. Which is fine, you know, because then it's like whoever has because then it can be a story of like you pay people off to get this job, and then, you know, it's like, okay, well, it's just whoever has the most money. But it could also be whoever sways the most hearts, you know? Because what if the world's strongest strong man or woman watches the film and goes like, I volunteer as tribute to fight for your film in the Oscars death pit.
They're so moved by the story of this picture that they want to fight to the death for it. All right.
Yeah.
I'm all for supporting the power of film and art. I'm here for it.
If that would have been the way it worked this year, Barbie would have annihilated.
Barbie would have won
all
everything.
Of the Kens who would have showed up to the Oscars.
I drive.
I drive.
Oh yeah, I don't want to dock Cillian Murphy. He got plenty of awards. He's chilling, but he would not survive the death pit.
No, I don't think so.
No, he would
not unless he like left a nuke and didn't show up. Oh,
ultimate Oppenheimer experience.
And I hate to say it, even though I haven't even seen the film, I don't think the holdovers would have fared too well either in the death pit.
I don't know. I think Paul Giamatti would have been the underdog in this scenario.
I think he would have been under a dog in this scenario. Oh.
I don't know. I keep saying for the bit that I'm pissed at the results of the Oscars. I'm really only mad about the one result. Everything else I think panned out pretty fairly. I mean, Oppenheimer and Poor Things got a lot of the production and style things, which I agree with because Poor Things was absolutely beautiful. Especially the costume design. I was really happy that they got the costume design award. I was surprised, but honestly, not as surprised as I thought I would be. Spider-Verse didn't win animation.
Boy and the Heron also didn't win anything. No, we'll get to that. Sorry, we'll get to that.
Well, after looking at it and looking at some of the criticisms, Spider-Verse is an amazing movie. Absolutely love it. But it is a sequel, and so I could see the rationale between. What are you pointing at?
Sorry, TJ lifted up a copy of Spider-Man 2.
It is a sequel, and so I could see the argument being made that Boy and the Heron stands on its own 2 feet a little bit better than Spider-Verse, because Spider-Verse is heavily connected to the events of the first Oscar-winning Spider-Verse movie. Which is great. Both of them are incredible. But as a standalone film, if that's what they're judging for as part of the criteria, I could see Boy and the Heron fitting that a little bit better. I'm sad that Nimona didn't get it, though. I was really rooting for Nimona. I love that movie. It was so cute.
Miyazaki, which in this case is referring to the guy that did all the Ghibli films. Not the guy that made the Dark Souls games. Different Miyazaki, not related.
Wouldn't it be wild if it was the same dude?
For so many reasons, yeah. I watch them. They have astounding animation. I just don't know for the animated feature film category what they judge who wins based off of. I didn't watch The Boy and the Heron. I've watched other Ghibli films. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say something controversial. As story films, I don't think they're that good.
I think they work better as just taking them at face value, and this is a part of a story. I don't think that they do very well at the like complete 3-act structure, traditional film structure. I do like I like Ghibli films, so I absolutely love Howl's Moving Castle, but it is definitely not a linear structured story in the way that a lot of storytelling is through animation specifically.
They have very ham-fisted morals, and honestly, you've seen one Ghibli film, you've probably seen them all, except for they look very stylistically different, which is fun.
They're so pretty.
And I
I
suppose
haven't seen a
someone
single Ghibli film,
I have
so I
seen
haven't
a
seen them
single.
all.
I watched
Dylan
Princess
says I'm
Mononoke.
missing out.
You are. They're very fun.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse has astounding animation and astounding storytelling. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a hater though.
I don't know. I don't know how they judge any of this. That's the thing. I mean, I do have a film degree, but there's no way of me properly expressing what the actual judging criteria of the Academy is. I don't know how they pick what film wins these awards. Well, I mean, as I was saying, the original problem that I had with Best Picture, I don't know how you compare these things effectively. I don't know how you would like quantify in a table what elements outperformed others based on various different elements.
It's a mystery for the Oscars to understand. The ones in the basement.
The ones in the basement.
It would be simplified with a
Well,
death
they're like mystic monks.
Yeah.
They're not just like guys on computers solving this. They have like rituals that they conduct.
It's the monks from Monty Python.
That's what DJ just did.
I'll let the Boy and the Heron have this one. If we can like supplant, can we take the first Spider-Man Oscar and instead give it to this Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse?
That I think is valid because they really outdid themselves on the second one. The first one is still excellent, but this one's real good.
The first one surprised us because we were like, wow, you can make an animated Spider-Man film this amazingly good. But the second one had so many different types of animation that were all done so beautifully and well and good.
Hobie Broad.
I really liked Spider-Gwen's world being out of
the watercolor.
What's the name of those game series I always compare them to?
Life is Strange.
Yeah, Life is Strange. I like that. And it was just all really cool. The Lego Spider-Man spoilers.
Not too much spoilers. He's in it for like
been out
30
for a
seconds.
year.
True.
And also, yeah, it's been out for a year. If you haven't watched it, why? It's good. Go watch it.
I'm just down for the death of Pixar and Disney getting these awards because they don't deserve them. So yeah, Sony can get it. Honestly, every year that Pixar and Disney got an award, they should instead just picked an older Ghibli film that wasn't in that year and gave it to it instead for being really pretty. I'll go through the list.
I don't know. I will maintain that some of the Disney films hold their merit. I'm still a Disney film lover, but this year was not their banner year.
Some
I've got
of them
the dang
deserve
peanut
awards.
gallery out here right now. They're whispering.
I'm really upset that we can't hear them.
Every little comment that is made by them is so much more difficult to continue on. Sorry, continue.
Yeah. But that's pretty much all I got for this. Oppenheimer, good. Probably deserved it. I remember liking it. I'll be honest though, it's not a film that's affected me the most. It had a lot of hype behind it. It's probably one that affected me the most of the year. But I came out of it just being like, well, it was pretty good.
That might also be my thing. The Holdovers made me cry in the theater.
Dang.
So that was the other thing. Just, it's such a good movie. Go watch it. It's so good.
Yeah, no, I'd say as like a cinematic experience, Oppenheimer I thought was fantastic, but I think I just had a better time with Barbie because I had more fun at Barbie. So I'd say for me, Barbie was the movie for me this year. Well, last year.
I'll tell you what though. I will give Oppenheimer like best scene in a movie because
Why
the
isn't
test.
that an award?
I don't know, but the test bomb that whole sequence was
fantastic.
crazy. That gave me chills when it was happening. I'll give you that much. The sound design there and everything was just going hard.
I'm gonna say it.
What?
Oppenheimer saying, "I am become death destroyer of worlds," while having sex ruin the entire movie for me.
It wasn't a good move. It was not a good decision. Probably could have done with less sex, I'll admit. Take that into consideration, Nolan.
Why do you need sex in the 1940s bomb film?
Well, it's
He's
because
a
he's
very
having sex,
complicated man.
having sex with a communist. So it's implicating him for later. It's integral to the plot, Jordan.
He was already implicated before the sex.
They could have just mentioned offhand later, yeah, he had sex with a communist.
It was
Didn't
very
need the
important.
sex. Didn't
very
need the mention of
impressive
sex.
communist.
He attended a communist party. That was
Oh,
enough.
then why on earth did you need the
That was
communist
enough.
sex?
That's what I'm saying.
It was integral, vital to the plot. You two just don't understand.
Oh,
Well,
Levi
we're the ones
really
wearing
liked the
red,
communist
Levi.
sex.
I'm wearing
Not red.
anyways.
But yeah, I think that's all I really got to say. Like I said, I want to watch Holdovers. I will not watch Poor Things.
That's one that you could take it or leave it. I watched it just because it was probably going to be nominated, and I like the director, and artistically I thought it was really cool. It is an acquired taste. I will not watch it with my parents. I will not watch it with my brother. I felt awkward enough watching it in a darkened movie theater with other strangers. It's something.
I saw the trailer and I was like, this is made exclusively to get Oscars and not to be enjoyable, not for anyone to have a good time, not even to make you think. This was made just so that way people with big egos can say, but what did that mean?
I think it's enjoyable in the way that going to like a very pretentious art museum is enjoyable. So if you're like hyper tuned into that kind of thing and that is your jam, you're gonna love it. If
Exactly.
you went in just expecting it to be a fun Emma Stone movie, which some people that were in the theater that I saw it in thought it was and they left, that's do your research.
Mhm. Now,
I'm
Killers
serious,
of the
some
Flower
people left.
Moon. Well, I mean, I would have too, but I probably wouldn't have been there in the first place. I know myself not to like Oscar bait. But Killers of the Flower Moon's an interesting one because it was a Scorsese.
I didn't watch that. I saw the trailers and it looked interesting, but it wasn't playing in my theater.
I heard very good things. I haven't
Yeah,
seen it myself, but
me
I heard
too.
very good things from it.
I know, of course, it's based off of a book, but also the thing that keeps getting me is that it's a Scorsese. That guy keeps doing stuff, and I'm like, why? You don't need to. You proved yourself a long time ago. You're already set, bro.
It's over.
I think at this point he's doing it out of spite against Marvel.
True. Absolute cinema. But the thing that gets me though is I've watched a handful of Scorsese films, and at this point, I don't think he has a style. I think he's just making movies and kind of getting lucky.
He just does stuff, yeah.
Or he just does like the status quo. He's like, guys, we're gonna make a movie. Actors, you're gonna act, and it's gonna be a movie. There's no style, which I guess is fine. But
I don't know. There is one like defining movie of his career that I don't think gets talked about enough. And I mean, Goncharov is just a cinematic masterpiece that we don't mention enough when we're talking about the essential style of Martin Scorsese. I couldn't get through it without laughing.
Yeah.
Old reference.
It's still relevant and it's still funny.
You killed it. We're done. Oscars are over now.
I was just gonna say before we ended Oscars, I was just gonna say Scorsese is like the blue jeans of directors.
Yeah. Every other director I know has like something with them. I mean, and Wes Anderson's got so much.
Wes Anderson's got Owen Wilson.
Yeah. Kubrick's got his Kubrickiness. Even what's his name? Blow Uppy Man has his blow uppy stuff. The Transformers guy.
Michael Bay?
Yeah, that guy.
I thought it was an underhanded comment at Christopher Nolan about Oppenheimer, and I did not know where that was coming from.
No. All of them have got their styles, but not Scorsese. But anyway.
Just don't understand, Pertuset. You just don't get art.
Well,
You're
I mean,
right.
it's an interesting
get
mark of a
fart.
filmmaker to be able to adapt to whatever your like cast and crew are doing, which I think in and itself is a very unique feature to have in your filmmaking style.
True. But let's talk about some real art now. We're talking about the Anime Awards now.
Mhm.
I was
Oh,
promised for the last 2 weeks, I've said, Jordan, we're going to talk about anime. Jordan, I want to talk about
I didn't
anime.
promise
And
shit. I
Jordan kept
shut you
saying,
down.
no. Jordan kept saying, we don't like you. Why do you keep joining this Zoom call? And,
How do you get this link?
and I said, we're going to talk about anime. Now's the time. Now, I want to talk about the anime season as it's currently happening, but I guess we'll talk about the Anime Awards, and I'll just like occasionally tangentially go off, and Levi will pop off of me, and suddenly we're not talking about the Anime Awards anymore, and I win. So
So that's what I'm worried about whenever we start talking about anime.
just this time, this season is a banger. I need to.
yeah, this season's one of the good ones.
But we'll start with the Anime Awards, I guess, which I have pulled up here.
Yeah, I actually know very little about what won what, other than I've been told, if you go watch our Gartic Phone video, that I would not have enjoyed the outcome of the Anime Awards at all. And I trust my friends to make that judgment about me. So,
we'll go through it. So I'll go through a lot of the categories because I do think a lot of them are definitely worth mentioning because they're pretty different. The ones I'm gonna skip is I'll probably skip all the voice actor performance categories except maybe Japanese and English because there's one for like every language, and I don't know about you, but I did not watch in Castilian or Latin Spanish.
nope.
So
TJ did apparently.
but unlike the Oscars, this one starts off with the biggest, fattest, juiciest one out there, Anime of the Year 2024. The nominees were, and of course 2024 goes back to a certain extent, so a lot of these are actually pretty old, unlike with the Oscars where a lot of the films are very close to the Oscar ceremony, barring a few. The Anime Award ones, a lot of these are like came out at the time of the last Anime Awards.
Yeah.
So the nominees were Bocchi the Rock, Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, Swordsmith Village Arc, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Oshinoko, Vinland Saga Season 2. And the winner was, of course, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2.
Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2.
Figured.
Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2.
We're just going to say JJK. We're just...
JJK. JJK 2. JJK 2.
Yeah. Now, I have learned that this was, in fact, a sheer voting competition for every category. There was no academy for any of this.
It's democracy for the Anime Awards.
I'll refer you to that famous quote: if you ever want to remove somebody's confidence in democracy, have them meet the common voter.
Yep. Winston Churchill.
Whatever, sure. I'll be honest, I don't think Chainsaw Man should have won Anime of the Year 2024. I don't think Demon Slayer should have. I'll give JJK2 that one. I'll give it Anime of the Year. I'm okay with that. Maybe Bocchi.
Yeah. No, I don't think Bocchi was an Anime of the Year. It was good. But I don't think it was an Anime of the Year.
I'll give it that.
If you look at JJK, it has been a cultural phenomenon that's
even Jordan's heard about it outside of us.
I have.
Show.
My friends at work
think that
really,
gives
really
it
like
enough warrant to be like, yeah, this is something that's gone beyond a good show. It is deserving of Anime of the Year.
Yeah, I even just bluffed just then. I did not know that Jordan knew about it outside of us, but she did.
No, I did, yeah.
See?
Well, there you go.
I'll give it that. So next one, best continuing anime series was Attack on Titan, which ended. Demon Slayer, JJK, One Piece, Spy Family, Vinland Saga. Spy Family immediately out. I won't say the winner just yet. Spy Family's fine. It's not going to win best continuation in this lineup.
No.
Vinland Saga's good, but I don't think it qualifies for best continuing, really. It was season 2. Demon Slayer, maybe. I could see that. Attack on Titan, probably. Should have won that one. Since it was its final one. We'll give it a final hurrah, right? It was the ending. I didn't watch it, but I imagine it looked pretty. But the actual winner was One Piece.
I figured, because that's what it does. It continues.
I
Forever.
think that's really funny that One Piece won. and it makes me kind of happy because that is the joke that One Piece will never end. But
I
at the same
wonder
time, I don't know if it was deserving of the award for it.
how many times did it win the award Best Continuing Anime Series?
I don't know. I don't.
It's the definition of the award. It continues. That's all it does.
It is good at continuing.
It's very good at
It is
continuing.
the best at it.
Every year there are new people that show up, and the next year they're gone. But One Piece every single year.
One Piece is eternal.
Yep. Next one, Best New Anime Series. We had Bocchi the Rock, Chainsaw Man, Heavenly Delusion, which I'd heard of that, but I haven't seen it. Hell's Paradise, Oshinoko, Zom 100.
This one's actually a toss-up for me. I'm not sure what would have won this one.
It's pretty tough, I think.
My vote's Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man was the winner. I'm okay with that. It's a stacked
I'm all
one.
right with that.
I think Bocchi could have taken it. I think Oshinoko could have taken it. I think Hell's Paradise could have taken it. But I think Chainsaw Man also could have taken it. So that one, I would have been fine with any of those four. Zom 100, no.
Yeah, no, get
Heavenly
that out of here.
Delusion, don't even know what that is.
Don't give him his jacket.
Exactly. Best anime film is next, and I didn't see any of these, I have to admit. Although there's two that I would like to have seen. It was Black Clover, Sword of the Wizard King, Blue Giant, Kaguya-sama Lovers War, The First Kiss That Never Ends, Psycho Pass, Providence, Suzume, and The First Slam Dunk. Almost all of these are anime films that are a sequel to or otherwise a periphery film of a series.
I didn't realize Kaguya was getting a movie.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Cool.
I need to
Because
watch it.
Kaguya is almost done, right?
No.
No?
I read the manga, no. I mean,
Oh,
the
okay.
manga
I'll
is
watch the
done.
movie at some point.
The manga's done, but it's probably got 2 more seasons in it unless it does a 24 piece. But the winner ended up being Suzume, which I don't know what it is.
I have no idea what that is.
But sure, I'll give it that. It's the only one that's, or it's one of 2 that aren't from another
Continuations
show. Yeah.
or attached.
Best original anime, something that did not come from a manga, light novel, or anything, just was made by an animation studio. They said this would be amazing. We got Akiba Maid War, which is, Jordan, if you're unfamiliar, that's about a story of maid cafe employees being part of the Yakuza.
Amazing.
That was terrifying. Oh my gosh.
Gesundheit. I think
Okay.
I heard him through your wall.
Next was Birdie Wing Golf Girl Story Season 2.
Oh, Birdie
Amazing.
Wing! We love golf anime.
Then it was Buddy Daddies.
Don't know.
Is that like Sister Wives, but not?
A little bit. I'm not gonna get into it. You go look it up. Then it was Do It Yourself, which Gigok made very funny
Yoru
jokes about.
Serufu.
Yeah, Yoru Serufu. Mobile Suit Gundam The Witch from Mercury. Can
I
that
heard
even
that was
count?
very good.
Can that count as best original? Sure, okay. And then The Marginal Service in all caps. The winner ended up being Buddy Daddies.
Whoa.
Cultural reset.
Yeah.
I actually thought Mobile Suit Gundam might have won that.
Whatever. I'll give it to him, sure. Now we get into a toughie. Best animation.
Oh.
Yeah. Attack on Titan, the final. Chainsaw Man. Demon Slayer. JJK, Season 2. Mob Psycho 103. And Trigun Stampede. Thoughts?
I don't know.
I didn't watch Trigun. But I watched... And I didn't watch the newest Attack on Titan. But I watched all the others of those. The winner was Demon Slayer.
Wow.
I don't think it deserved it.
I really thought JJK would have taken it.
I don't think JJK deserved it either.
Really?
I think either Mob Psycho deserved it or Chainsaw Man.
I haven't watched Mob Psycho, so I don't know, but I have heard from you that it has very good animation. So
Mob Psycho, not only was that its very final season, but it popped the frick off with some beautiful animation. Don't get me wrong, all those other ones had good animation, but I don't think that they stood out. You know what I mean? They were
Mhm.
good, but they weren't unique. You know what I mean? Like the Mahoraga fight from JJK was really good, but you could watch that in probably another anime film and see a scene pretty similar. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or a Fate film would have something pretty similar.
Yeah.
Same for Demon Slayer. Mob Psycho went crazy, but it was also kind of pretty similar looking stuff. Chainsaw Man didn't have big epic fight scenes like those, but the animation of it I still think was astounding if we go all throughout, which is unsurprising for me because I'm the chainsaw simp. But some of the scenes you see that have just the minutest detail of animation are it was high quality throughout, not just for the fight scenes, and that's why I
Yeah.
think it could have been considered here. But I don't like that Demon Slayer won it. Zero innovation. I was gonna make a 007 joke, but that's like the only one I can think of. That's the only zero I can think there. I can't think of
Well,
another.
next year, unless something astounding comes out, next year when we're sitting here, we better be saying that Freerun won animation just after this last week, this episode that came out. Oh, who animates Demon Slayer?
Ufotable.
I'm gonna drive down to Ufotable if Demon Slayer wins again with Freerun popping off this last week. I'm gonna do something that is not advisable by YouTube guidelines.
The Nat One
Spider-Man 2.
Podcast is not responsible for the personal actions of Levi and rage when his anime does not win.
And we certainly weren't responsible for the horrible incident that happened at Ufotable Studios next year. But now we get into another peculiar category, Best Character Design. And this one's hard for me to even fathom because it's all adaptations of characters from other like existing things. But we have Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, Hell's Paradise, JJK2, Oshinoko, Trigun Stampede. Other than Trigun Stampede, watched all of those myself. I'm fine with any of those, taking that, I guess.
I really liked Hell's Paradise.
Yeah,
Character designs. I thought they were really cool.
they were weird. Tao,
How?
Yoi,
Hey,
Yoi. The winner was JJK season 2. And
Okay.
I'll be honest, I'd give it that. Out of that lineup, I'd give it. Its character design pretty darn good.
They got
I
Squid Man.
Yeah, they had what's his name? Jugo.
Jogo. Jugo.
Stand proud. You can
Stand
cook.
proud. You were strong.
Yeah. Nah, I'd win, even though that's just from the manga. But sure, their characters are pretty. Jordan has seen Gojo.
I have.
Okay, never mind. I tried bluffing again. Okay.
I don't know.
Best.
Sometimes I forget the things that you guys show me. I may well have.
He's
I
the
don't know.
beautiful blue-eyed man with white hair.
Yeah, he's really pretty.
The one from Baldur's Gate?
Yeah.
No.
Oh
He doesn't
no.
have blue eyes.
I don't know what he looks like. I just know that he's one of the new Tumblr sexy men.
Asterion has red eyes.
News to me. I don't look at him.
Levi. Gojo has blue eyes. Asterion has red eyes. Purple.
Purple. Two.
You would get that if you watched JJK. Best director. Now here's an interesting one. So my understanding of best director of an anime series is, again, since all of these are adaptations, it's a matter of how well did you adapt the series, or did your adaptation add to or increase the experience of the series, right? Because you would have had to have explicitly chosen to do things in a certain way to make them better than what they just were. The nominees were the director of Attack on Titan. Should I say their names to be nice, I guess, even though I've never heard of these people? Yuichiro Hayashi from Attack on Titan. Keiichiro Saito, Bocchi the Rock. Ryu Nakayama, Chainsaw Man. Hiro Takamori, Heavenly Delusion. Shota Goshozono, Jujutsu Kaisen. And Daisuke Hiramaki, Oshinoko.
Pretty stacked list.
Out of that lineup for best director, who do I think altered the experience the best of just like reading the manga, I think it's Chainsaw Man or Oshinoko.
Mm-hmm.
Oshinoko's scene involving Aqua doing that one show, doing both shows, honestly, that he did. First as just like the stalker character, but then later on with the one girl that tries to jump. Oh, I forgot Levi hadn't seen this.
I haven't watched the show.
Yeah,
No,
too
I,
bad.
Spoilers.
The way that was done compared to how it was in the manga was astounding. And then again with Chainsaw Man, the director for that knew that the mangaka, Tatsuki Fujimoto, was a film fan, and he chose to go for what Fujimoto would have liked rather than what Fujimoto did, which made it much different from the manga. Way, way different. And it was really good because it kind of captured like the interest. It made Chainsaw Man unique amongst a sea of just what looks like anime to me. Which is
from
why
how looking though, because the audience can't see how you're looking, it is alluding to me that neither of these things won.
Oh, I forgot to mention what one. No, it was JJK season 2.
Yep.
Which, after reading the manga of that as well, pretty much they adapted 1-to-1. So good job, buddy. You copied and pasted, but with color. Well, except for maybe the Mahoraga fight, but still.
Malevolent Kitchen.
True, Malevolent Kitchen, best translator. Actually, honestly, that's even more insulting because the director for that actually did some censoring that was very unpopular.
Wow.
I'm even more upset now, but I'm
But
doubly upset.
Kaisen.
It's true, it is. It's Jujutsu Kaisen. Everyone loves Jujutsu Kaisen. But Ryu Nakayama from Chainsaw Man actually got sacked after Chainsaw Man came out because the Japanese audience were like, this doesn't look just like the manga. I hate it. I hate you. And so they fired him from the project.
Yep.
Oh.
And they hired
Japan
somebody
moment.
instead to just copy and paste the manga for the movie that's coming up soon.
Japan moment.
So yeah, I'm doubly, triply, quadruply upset that Chainsaw Man didn't get it. And I still also would have been fine with Oshinoko, but not Jujutsu Kaisen.
Even if Chainsaw Man was winning, the combined soul of the Japanese people would have felt it and they would have flooded to the polls to vote otherwise.
True. It's like that Genshin moment from 2 Game Awards ago.
Yeah.
Best cinematography, nominees: Attack on Titan, Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, Heavenly Delusion, JJK Season 2, Vinland Saga Season 2. The usual lineup. Unlike with Oscars and other award show, though, I feel like these guys all deserve most of the ones they're in the usual lineup for. I feel like these guys all have a place for being here over and over again.
Yeah.
And that's because they
I
have
feel
a
like there's a
budget.
place in the Oscars. I just wish the Oscars had broader categories so everybody could get what they deserve. I just like movies, guys.
I know. We're already past the movie section, though. Now we're in
know.
cinematography. You'll never guess who I think should have won. Chainsaw Man. Yeah,
Attack on Titan.
No.
Spider-Man 2.
Chainsaw Man's got really good cinematography. It's got really good camera work. Rah! The actual winner was Jujutsu Kaisen.
Of course it was.
Of course it was. Best art direction: Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, Hell's Paradise, Jujutsu Kaisen, Oshinoko Zom 100. Winner, Demon Slayer.
Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh.
Yeah.
I thought Demon Slayer was going to win that one.
Oh, sure. I'll give it that one. Its art does have the most flashiestness, so
It's got
sure.
the Japanese style watercolor stuff.
It is quite recognizable.
I'll give it that one. Sure. I mean, it hasn't innovated, but sure. Best romance anime. We have very different lineup because it couldn't have been any of the ones so far. Nominees: Horimiya, The Missing Pieces, Insomniacs After School, My Happy Marriage, My Love Story with Yamada-kun at Level 999. The fact that a Level 999 anime got nominee.
Not a good year for romance.
No.
Very good year for shonen, but not for romance.
2 more in the nominees: Skip and Loafer and Tomo-chan is a girl! Exclamation point.
And the winner is Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2.
Right? And the winner was Horimiya, The Missing Pieces, which I'd heard a lot about, but I did not personally watch, so I don't know. I don't know if it deserved that. I watched some of Tomo-chan as a girl and liked it. I know Taryn read the manga and really, really likes Tomo-chan as a girl. My Happy Marriage looked fun to watch, and I've already said my piece about the Level 999 stupid garbage. So, whatever.
You peace.
Now, here's an interesting one that also has a very different lineup from before. Best comedy anime. Nominees: Bocchi the Rock, Buddy Daddies, Mashal, Magic and Muscles, Spy Family, specifically Season 1, Core 2, Urusei Yatsura, Zom 100.
Interesting
Levi?
that specifically season 1, core 2.
Yeah. Levi, you've seen all of these. What's your thoughts?
No, I have not. No, I have not.
Jordan?
I recognize Spy Family.
I am in my great recession right now where I've been limiting my anime intake to only a certain few shows.
He's rationing.
Yeah. It makes them better when you only have a couple.
Oh, I guess I'm just overdosing. I've watched Mashal and Spy Family of these two. Is Bocchi that much of a comedy? I know it's got funny moments, but is it a comedy?
It was pretty funny, although I had only watched the first half of it. I haven't watched it all the way through, but it's got, I'd say there are moments in every episode that would make you laugh. It likes to make fun of her social anxiety a lot.
Well, the winner was Spy Family Season 1, Core 2.
Okay.
Which,
I knew that one.
I'm fine with that.
I'm all right with that.
We've discussed in the back channels. I'm just a little upset that Spy Family is super stagnant. There is no progression per season, hardly at all. There's all this tension, and they rarely build to the tension, and there's no ever any payoff of any tension. It's just, isn't this a tense situation for the 8th episode in a row, guys? And it's like, not really anymore.
There was a little bit of, what was the most recent thing, second core, or was it season 2?
I don't know.
I
didn't
can't
even
remember.
watch it.
I did, and I thought there was some good progression, although it was only in one specific area. It was not like across the board.
The last thing I remember watching was the tennis battle.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're way behind, brother.
I told you.
Yeah, there was some good relationship building with Yor in the most recent whatever it was.
I like Mashal, but I'll tell you, Spy Family probably does deserve best comedy anime because it really is a comedy anime.
It is very funny.
It probably deserves that, and it's got all sorts of different stuff going for it. Mashal, as much as I love it, is kind of a one joke pony. It's like, guys, there's no way he's gonna beat this magic with his muscles again, and then he does. So
you just have to cast Fist.
He does more
DJ
than
said,
Fist.
but it's really funny every time.
It is. It gets increasingly funnier. I just watched the newest episode, and he did it again. He did.
Would you believe it?
The odds keep getting stacked against him, but he keeps doing it. Best action anime. Now this lineup's going to look familiar. Attack on Titan, Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War, Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, JJK, One Piece. And the winner, JJK Season 2.
One Piece!
Sure. I mean, do we even need this category?
TJ says Bleach was robbed.
We do not take any ownership for whatever TJ does to Mappa Studios.
TJ is not officially a member of the Nat One Podcast by affiliation.
Which means we can condone it because he's not part of us or affiliated with us.
Plausible deniability. We're not condoning anything.
Now, here's the fun one that's going to make you real happy. Best fantasy anime.
Yeah, here we go.
Nominees: Demon Slayer, Hell's Paradise, Mashal, Mushoku Tensei, Ranking of Kings, Ancient Magus's Bride.
Say it. I already know what it is. Say it.
The winner was Demon Slayer.
Figured.
I'm gonna. Okay.
Say your piece. You've been stewing on this one.
Taken off YouTube, so I'm gonna say it in kind words.
Okay.
You're stupid and dumb and bad if you think the best fantasy anime is one that takes place. Sorry.
It's funny how garbled that got.
With demons on it and not even magic. It's been explained that the techniques the demon hunters use to kill demons aren't magic. They just look like that. It's just all breathing techniques. And they're just really cool. But Mushoku Tensei, which invented 4 languages that are spoken in its show, No, that one's not the best fantasy. Ancient Magus Bride, which is a beautiful story that lets you dive into Fae mythology, which is a very rarely explored
What was that one called?
theme in especially anime of all things. No, that one's not best fantasy anime. Demon Slayer.
Yeah, that one was Ancient Magus Bride, which
Okay.
honestly looks and feels a lot like a Ghibli film, but as a series.
Yeah, that's what they said to me, Dylan, by voting for Demon Slayer. He said the anime community to me is saying cry about it.
It does hurt my heart a little bit that the best fantasy anime has the subtitle Swordsmith Village Arc.
Yeah.
Does not inspire a lot of fantasy feelings compared to a show
No.
called Magic and Muscles
Yeah.
or Ancient
Literally
Magus Bride.
anything other than Demon Slayer would have been better for me in that. I would have liked Mushoku Tensei to win.
I think
would've
think that should have won.
I would have liked Ancient Magus Bride to win. Those were my two picks for that. But literally anything besides Demon Slayer would have been better for fantasy.
Yeah. I have not watched Mushoku Tensei, but even I would probably have assumed that would have won Best Fantasy, considering it's the most fantasy out of this lineup.
It has been the most fantasy anime in a long time, except now we also have Frieren to put up there with it. They're both fantastic
True.
fantasy anime. So yeah, no. Next year, if Frieren doesn't win that category, I'm gonna be very angry again.
Demon Slayer.
Ah,
Okay. From that one, let's move on to Best Drama. We have Attack on Titan, Heavenly Delusion, My Happy Marriage, Oshinoko, To Your Eternity Season 2, and Vinland Saga Season 2. I completely forgot about To Your Eternity. I watched the first 4 episodes of Season 2,
same.
and then I forgot
I
about
got bored and forgot it existed.
it. Of this lineup, I think either Vinland Saga or Oshinoko deserves the W here. They're both really good dramas.
The amount that Oshinoko broke me as a person in the first episode, I think, is enough for me to say, yeah, I'd agree with that.
And the true winner, Attack on Titan. The most drama you've ever seen in your life.
I mean, the community was in drama. The community was very divided on whether the ending was good or not.
It was fully based on fandom drama.
Happened
That's it.
Manga.
I feel like we should make a rule that if something fits into Best Action, it can't be nominated for Best Drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta kind of pick a lane.
A little goofy. I don't think the show about battling giant titans for genocide should fit with the mommy issues anime. But anyway, moving
The
on.
mom anime?
Best slice of life. We have Bochi the Rock, Do It Yoruserefu, Horimiya, Insomniacs After School. I have no idea what that is. My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999, and Skip and Loafer. And the winner,
I hardly know her.
Bochi the Rock.
Okay, I'm happy with that one. I'll take that W.
That's the one I'm happiest with, and I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I would have also accepted Do It Yoruserefu just because of the funny Gigok joke.
Because of the funny name.
Yep. Now here's a funny one. We're just about done. Best main anime character. I feel like they worded that poorly. Best main character probably should have just stuck considering it's the Anime Awards. We don't need the word anime again.
Yeah.
We have Bolchi from Bolchi the Rock.
Walter White.
Denji from Chainsaw Man. Eren Yeager, Attack on Titan. Mob from Mob Psycho 100. Monkey D. Luffy, One Piece. And Thorfinn from Vinland Saga Season 2.
Why do they keep inserting One Piece into things?
The One Piece!
Because it's the anime.
Genuinely, I think the winner should have been Thorfinn here. Thorfinn.
Mm. I haven't watched Vinland Saga, but I know the meme of I have no enemies.
He has no enemies.
And I've had it explained to me what happens in that scene, and it does sound very, very likable for a character, for the progression that led him to that point.
Of all of these characters, Thorfinn has the most character growth that we see and never feels rushed or poorly executed. Denji, I would say, but he's only had one season. He hasn't had that much character growth. Bocchi didn't watch, but it was kind of for gags, a lot of it. Eren Yeager, 10 years at least. Mob was also not bad. I would have taken Mob as well. The winner, Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece.
The One Piece!
The One Piece!
The One Piece is
It is the
real!
anime.
You know the guy that hasn't changed at all in 1,000 episodes? Best one. Best
He's
one right there.
consistent. He continues.
He
Zero
is
growth.
the best at continuing.
He's the
Zero
best at
interest. 7 awards. There we go. 007.
I've never seen an episode. I've never seen an episode of One Piece, but I fully support this for the bit of they have been going on the longest. Therefore, they are the best at going on the
They
longest.
deserve everything because they're the best at
Oh.
deserving everything.
Now this one's kind of funny. Best supporting character, anime character. It says again, but I'm not gonna read that.
You did.
Arataka Reagan from Mob Psycho 100.
Ronald Reagan?
Yes, and already I think he deserves it because he's astounding. Hanji Zoe from Attack on Titan. Kana Arima from Oshinoko. Power from Chainsaw Man.
Amazing.
Satoru Gojo from JJK. And Suguru Geto from JJK.
Well,
It's one of the
some-
JJKs. It's gotta be.
already stacked in that direction.
For supporting, I think Reagan deserved it. Yeah.
That means he didn't get it.
Power, I'm gonna be honest, does not deserve that placement at all.
It would be so funny if she got it.
She
but
gets
it
the
is
Nobel
not-
Prize.
It is not deserving at all.
Kana Arimo is not bad either, but she doesn't shine until later in the story, so I don't think she deserves it here. I don't know what Hans did in the final season, so I can't say. And then either of the JJKs, I mean, I don't think Gojo counts as a supporting character, I'm going to be honest. He's basically the main character.
A main character.
He's usurped it from the actual main character.
Yeah.
And Geto, I also don't think is a supporting character, I'll be honest. Even if he
No,
was
he's-
for like 3 episodes.
No.
The winner was Gojo because everyone likes those blue eyes and that white hair.
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
He's
He's so pretty. Pertuset, he's so pretty.
next one, and this is hilarious. This is even a category. Must protect at all costs anime character.
Yeah.
Nominees: Anya Forger from Spy Family, Bocchi,
Okay.
Bocchi the Rock,
Okay.
Bolji from Ranking of Kings, which
Oh, okay.
that's really
Okay.
funny. Miri Unasaka from Buddy Daddies,
Buddy daddies.
Pochita from Chainsaw Man, and then someone named Suleta Mercury from Mobile Suit Gundam.
I need to be protected from Pochita. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
But is that the dog? The dog
Yes,
is cute.
it's the dog.
He's
cute,
cute, but he
though.
is also a demon.
Devil. The winner was Anya Forger. Which,
Yeah, there you go. I'll
okay,
take that.
sure, yeah. Pochita should not have been there.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like putting Guts from Berserk in must be protected at all costs
Must protect
category.
at all costs. Gut from Burke.
Best anime song. Now here, oh my gosh, this one's stacked out of its gourd.
We have had some pretty good openings.
Yeah. Nominees: Idol by Yo Asobi, which is the
Yep, of course.
Muteki no Ega Oda Kasumeri. Yeah.
Took the world
Uh,
by storm.
Yeah. Kickback by Kenshi Yonezu for Chainsaw Man. Dun, 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 dun. Seishun, well, I'm assuming it must be Seishun. Complex, Kesoku Band, Bochi the Rock.
Yep.
Suzume, Rad Wimps featuring Toaka from Suzume. Unsurprisingly. Where Our Blue Is by Tatsuya Kitani for JJK Season 2. And then Work by Ringo Sheena and Millennium Parade from Hell's Paradise. I didn't expect to see that as a nominee, but it does go hard if that's the opening. Yeah. Dun, dun. That's a tough one. I don't know the Bochi the Rock one or the Suzume one. I don't think
I
JJK
actually don't remember
deserves
the
it.
Bochi one.
So that's a testament.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with any of the remaining 3, and the winner was in fact Idol Yoasobi Oshinoko.
I figured that one would probably
Yeah.
win.
I would be okay with that or Kickback. but I'm assuming since it's called Best Anime Song, they're talking about the song itself, not the opening sequence.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll take Idol over
take it.
Kickback
I'll
for
take it.
song. Yeah. Best Anime Score nominees: Attack on Titan, Bocchi the Rock, Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, Oshinoko Suzume. Winner: Attack on Titan. Didn't watch it, don't know. Sure. Demon Slayer, I honestly wouldn't have been upset with it winning this one because its score does go hard outside of the opening and ending.
If the final season's score was anything like the seasons before it, I would be fine with Attack on Titan winning it because Attack on Titan does have a really good score.
Mm.
Despite what you might think about the plot, the score has always been really good.
Now we're up to best anime opening sequence. Okay, so this presumably is the song and the visuals.
And the animation.
Nominees: Idol, Oshinoko, Innocent Arrogance, Heavenly Delusion, Kickback, Chainsaw Man, Song of the Dead, Psalm 100, Where Our Blue Is, JJK, and Work, Hell's Paradise Again. Which I'm now reminding myself, Where Our Blue Is, and all the stuff for JJK Season 2, by the way, had to be all the stuff that happened before the Shibuya incident. It was all that prequel stuff.
Yep.
It was not specials. You are my specials. Because that sucked. I'm just going to say it. So if that won, I was going to be really mad. And the winner is Where Our Blue Is, JJK Season 2. Robbed. Chainsaw Man massive robbed here.
Yeah, I completely agree with
The
that.
Kickback
was
sequence,
a banger opening sequence.
the part where it goes like power, and then you see Denji being pulled by a chain from Makima.
The little dance that Power
True.
and Denji do together.
Oh,
Power playing golf with the giant ball and her hammer.
yep.
Just Power. Just everything about Power.
And that one was great. All the movie references, like even the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes joke in there. Anyway, best ending sequence, we have Akari from JJK2, which I don't believe that changed from 1 to 2, like the halves.
Ending sequences.
I always watch them. I always watch them once.
I do always watch them once, but then I usually don't remember them because I've only watched them once.
Yeah. Happiness of the Dead, Psalm 100. Hawatari Nyoku Senti, 200 million centimeter long blades. Maximum the Hormone, Chainsaw Man. Oh, I don't know which one that one is, but I do know Maximum the Hormone. Koi Kogare, Demon Slayer, and then Mephisto, Oshinoko. I don't remember Oshinoko's ending very well, and I don't know which Chainsaw Man ending that.
I don't think I got it in the one episode I watched.
Yeah. The winner was Akari, JJK Season 2. It probably belonged to Chainsaw Man, because all their endings were one, they had a new ending every episode, and they were all really good, yeah. Okay, now we're getting into the voice performances. There's 2 left, and then Jordan can leave, because we've talked about anime for like an hour.
2.
I tricked her. See, audience? I let her talk about the Oscars for 20 minutes, and I get an hour of anime.
No, we'll loop back around to talking about movies, because I didn't go through all the categories one by one. So
okay. Best anime voice actor or voice artist performance Japanese nominees, we have Atsumi Tanizaki, Anya Forger, Spy Family, Kikunosuke Toya, Denji, Chainsaw Man, Mayumi Tanaka, Monkey D. Luffy, One Piece, Yoshino Aoyama, Bocchi the Rock, Yuki Kaji, Eren Yeager, Attack on Titan, Yuichi Nakamura, Satoru Gojo, JJK Season 2.
I merely want Bocchi to win this because of a very specific internet meme.
The winner is Yuichi Nakamura, Satoru Gojo, JJK Season 2.
Oh, that makes me feel so good.
That's what a lot of his fans probably said.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
that
then
was me doing an imitation.
We'll go through the English one, and then I'm done because the rest of them are languages that I have not listened to.
Okay.
Best anime voice artist performance English nominees: Abby Trott, Nezuko from Demon Slayer, Austin Tyndall, Millions Knives from Trigun Stampede, Johnny Young Bosch, Ichigo Kurosaki, Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War, Lexi Nieto, Tomo Aizawa from Tomo-chan is a Girl. Wow. Marisa Duran, Sagiri Yamada Asaimon. Hey, that's the thing TJ and I were talking about. Hell's Paradise. And then Ryan Colt Levy, Dingy, Chainsaw Man. And the winner, Ryan Colt Levy, Dingy, Chainsaw Man.
I haven't really heard anything about the Chainsaw Man dub. I don't know if he was good or not. TJ said it was fine.
And I watched it with a different Jordan. And it's all right. I still prefer the Japanese one a little better because of the scene with him and Makima where she's messing with his mouth and he makes funny noises. The Japanese one does better.
Was better? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As a co-nomination, doesn't she have like a single whole spoken line?
TJ says for the Nezuko nomination, doesn't she only have like a single whole spoken line?
I guess. Quickly blazing through the rest of them just because I was curious. Best Castilian Spanish was also Denji. Best Latin Spanish was Denji.
No.
Best Brazilian Portuguese was Satoru Gojo. Best German was Power.
We gotta
Best
find a video of the German
Bingo.
power.
Best Italian was Denji. Best Arabic was Senku from Dr. Stone. And best
whoa.
French was Ghetto from JJK.
Senku knows his Arabic, man.
I guess. Okay, Jordan. Close us out.
What am I going through the Oscar
Are we
categories?
going
or are
through
we just
all the
quick-
Oscars?
No,
that
we're
might
not
be
going
another
through.
episode.
No, we're not going through all of them.
Go through
I
all
have
of
it pulled up.
them, but can you do it in 5 minutes or less?
I'm not going to go through all of them.
Oh, okay.
Actor in a leading role was, is it Cillian Murphy or Killian Murphy? I do not know.
I've always pronounced it as Cillian.
The Scarecrow from Batman. He blows stuff up. So basically, Oppenheimer had 7 awards. Poor Things had 4. They kind of went back and forth on a lot of the technical stuff. I actually had it written down in the breakdown that I sent to our D&D chat last night because I was talking about the Oscars. So Oppenheimer had 7, including Best Picture and Best Actor. Poor Things had 4, including Best Actress. Emma Stone got the Best Actress award. Holdovers did not win Best Original Screenplay as it should have, but it did win for Best Supporting Actress. Divine Joy Randolph was fantastic in that movie, and she absolutely deserved the award. As we said, Boy and the Heron won Animated Feature Film. Cinematography was one of the ones that Oppenheimer got. I mentioned the Poor Things costume designing. Oppenheimer got most of the important ones. Yoko Ono won the Best Animated Short Film.
Wow.
Yoko
Um,
Ono?
I say jokingly because the Best Animated Short Film was a short that was based on the music of John and Yoko. So
Oh,
I'm going to be
okay.
saying that Yoko Ono won an Oscar for Best Short Film.
Wow.
But yeah, War is Over was the name of the animated short, and then live action short was Wes Anderson. Sound was surprisingly not Oppenheimer, which I was very shocked because I heard that it was quite good. But actually went to Zone of Interest. Visual effects went to Godzilla -1, which I have not seen, but I heard was excellent.
Heard fantastic things about it, yeah.
And then Barbie, Oppenheimer, and Poor Things were all up for writing adapted screenplay, and none of them won. They all lost to American Fiction.
I thought you were going to say, because of the way you set it up, I thought you were going to say they all got given an award, like they tied.
No, they didn't.
And I was about
They
to
all
be like,
lost to
they
American
can
Fiction.
do that?
That's what
If
happens
only.
when the 3 people in the death pit fall at the same time.
They all die at exactly
Like the Hunger
same
Games.
time.
So yeah, there are far less categories for the Oscars, but that's the quick overview. Oppenheimer didn't entirely sweep, but they did pretty good. About to be as expected. That was pretty much the results I was expecting from the ceremony.
I'm glad to see
I wish they had more
RDJ.
categories.
Yeah.
Yes, he got the
Yeah.
Best Supporting Actor.
Which was his first Oscar.
Really?
I believe so.
I
unless
thought
I'm
he had one
mistaken.
before that. I know you're probably right, but I thought he had one, but just in that he's an actor and he's been an actor for a while, he's got to have an Oscar.
Well, I
He's
was
an iconic
seeing
actor, yeah.
news things on Twitter of people being like RDJ celebrates his first Oscar.
Oh, good for him.
I'm also seeing that in visual effects, which Godzilla -1 won,
Mm-hmm.
other nominees were The Creator, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Mission Impossible, and Napoleon.
Napoleon.
when I was happy to see Guardians, I was like, oh my gosh, Guardians of the Galaxy was nominated. That just shows it was a really good superhero movie.
It was so good.
Then I saw Mission Impossible in there as well. I was like, oh, this was just the action category.
Which, unfortunately, that's what special effects kind of tends towards, since that's the most special effects heavy genre in general. But I do agree with the nomination for Guardians, because Guardians was a really good movie.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
It's kind of a shame this is all I
Guardians
got.
movie. All the Guardians movies are pretty solid.
It's a good franchise.
Yeah. But
Something
I
you
suppose
can't say about all Marvel movies anymore.
no, it's a testament to the fact that this is the only Marvel film this year
Mm-hmm.
in anything for the Oscars. Which I don't know how many Marvel films were ever in like the Oscars total, but that's plus one.
I think Endgame got a nomination. Infinity War might have, and I know that Black Panther has been nominated.
Oh yeah,
Can't wait next year for the Madam Web sweep.
Madam
Right?
Web sweep.
Madam
Web sweep.
Madam Web.
JJK season 3. Oh,
Madam Web 2. Madam Web 2.
Hey, we hope you enjoyed the episode you just listened to. If you really like our content, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications on YouTube, and look for us on Spotify. If you'd like to see us continuing to do more fun projects in the future, consider supporting us on Patreon. You can find our page linked in the description above all of our other social media links. And finally, if you'd like to keep up with the zany shenanigans of our lives and check out some more skit-based content and things like that, check us out on Twitter and TikTok, links in the description. And hey, thanks!